I'm Katy Jane and thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel this week. So first of all, I want to start with, I can't get my words out, with saying I'm really sorry that I've been so absent from YouTube in the past 3 weeks. Some of you might have known that I ran the London Marathon 2 weeks ago, and with about 3 weeks ago I suddenly panicked that I hadn't done enough training, so that was my priority, just eating well and training to make sure I got around, and I did, and I was so happy, and I'm super happy and grateful to everyone that supported and donated on the day. So back to makeup. This week I've decided to go for a glittery eye for you guys. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, please keep watching. So today I'm going to start by prepping my eyes, and today I'm going to be using Panterly by MAC. I'm simply just going to take my middle finger and I'm just going to blend that all over right up into my brows. As you can see, I've already done my brows today, but I will link below a full tutorial because I have done this for you guys in the past. So guys, this is the palette that I'm going to be using today, and it's by Smashbox. It's called the Double Exposure palette, and I'm going to be using this lightest colour called Silver. I'm going to be using Midnight and Temper as well. Oh, I've just got a really bad itch. I'm really excited to be using this, guys. It's super accessible to you guys. I think Smashbox have, Boots got the exclusivity on Smashbox, so you can buy these palettes in any Boots. Also, it's really affordable, so that's kind of why I thought I would use it today. So first, I'm going straight in with the lighter colour. And I'm just going to be using my Urban Decay brush, and I'm simply just going to set my primer. So I'm just going to be blending that right up to the brows so it's not sticky, and we're working on a smooth base. Sometimes I find when I use a paint pot, if they're not completely dry, it does make it a little bit difficult to blend your eyeshadow. The first colour I'm going in with is Mauve. This isn't one I mentioned earlier, but looking at the palette, I think I'm going to use that first as a transitional colour. And I'm just going to be taking my 221 by Zoeva and just simply blending that into the sockets. I'm just kind of following the shape of my eye, kind of like quite a circular shape. And I'm just going to be going back and forth until I'm happy with that depth. And I'm going to go in with Temper, which is a slightly darker colour. I'm just going to be taking my OCC, doesn't have a name or a number, it's so frustrating, my OCC brush. You can kind of see it's slightly pointed, it's really good at getting into the socket. And I'm simply just going to run it along where we ran the transitional colour, just to add a little bit of more depth. So I've actually just swapped over to my 224 Zoeva brush, as I find it's a little bit easier to really get into that socket, adding that depth. And now with this darker colour, you can see that I'm just kind of focusing on the outer edge and blending in, just really creating the depth on the outer edge of the eye. Next, I'm going with the shade Midnight, which is a matte brown, and I'm just going to take the 221 brush by Zoeva, and I'm just going to kind of just work from the lash line inwards, just making the outer corner slightly darker. And the secret with this, guys, is to just keep blending. And don't worry too much if it comes out a little bit, because we're going to be using a eyeliner in a little bit, so it will kind of just look nice and neat and tidy. Then I'm just going to take a blending brush that doesn't have any product in it, and I'm just going to be using the Sigma Short blending brush. I'm just simply going to really buff those edges out, just so we get a really beautiful blended eye. Then we've got no harsh edges whatsoever. So now we're ready for the fun bit. So for the glitter today, I'm going to be using this. So first of all, I'm going to be using this glitter primer by NYX Cosmetics, and then I'm going to be using this gold glitter. So I'm just going to be using the end of a Smashbox brush that I don't really use for the glitter primer, and I'm just going to I've just put it on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to be dabbing it like this to get a little bit onto my brush, and then just on like the palest bit of the eye, I'm just going to slightly dab onto that primer, really focusing on the lash line. So the glitter is going to be super dense on the lash line, and then like a nice fade into the shadow. Then I'm just going to take the other end and dab it into my glitter and simply just pat it on like so. Then you can take it up kind of into the crease. But just keeping it really dense in the lash line. Then do the exact same on the other side, and the reason that I've done them at separate times is because the primer does dry quite quickly, so it's better to do one eye at a time. Next, I'm cheating a little bit by using a single eyeshadow from Geek, and this is called Bitten. I'm just using this just to give it a little bit more of a kind of like a reddy tone, also just to give it a little bit more depth. I find that the Geek shadows are slightly more stronger than the Smashbox eyeshadows, so I'm just going to be using it just a little bit. So I guess I'm cheating on the Smashbox palette with Geek. But as you can see, it does make a little bit of a difference, just the depth in the socket. And as you can see, I've just kind of blended the glitter into the socket like so. Next, for my waterline, I'm just going to be taking my tiny little teddy pencil. I've hardly got any left of this, but I love this colour. And I'm just going to simply run it along my waterline. And then I'm going to come back to blending out the bottom of my eyes after I've done my highlighter and concealer. Next, I'm going to be taking my Tom Ford eyeliner pencil, and I'm going to be using the longer tip side to simply do a nice wing. So I'm going to start in the corner and kind of just do a line how far I want it out. Then I'm going to do another one on top. And I'm simply just going to join them together. So I did my liner off camera, and I'm really sorry that I did it off camera. I suddenly had this overwhelming fear that I was just going to quickly mess up my liner. I was going to have to film this all over again. So I did the rest off camera. And next, I'm going to be using these Backstage lashes, and I'm going to be using the ones in Hollywood. You kind of see they're quite fluttery. I didn't want any lashes that were too like thick and dense, because then you wouldn't be able to see the glitter. So I'm also going to apply these off camera today. I'm really sorry. So I've already buffed in all of my skin the Studio Sculpt in NC20 with my Real Techniques brush, and I've literally just applied that all over. And then for highlight, you might have seen me use this on my Instagram, which I'm literally in love with. And this, if we can get a zoom in or a focus on this, you can kind of see exactly what the product is. Okay, it's not going to focus today. So this is the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Face Duo, and this is in shade 1. So first of all, I'm just going to be taking the highlight and concealer side, and I'm simply just going to go underneath my eyes and maybe do more of a V shape like so. I'm going to take that on the other side too. A little bit down my nose, the top of my lip, a little bit on my chin. Next, I'm just going to take my beauty blender and simply just blend that in. And as you can see, almost straight away, I'm just getting a really nice highlight underneath my arm. And the great thing about the NYX products is that they are so affordable, guys. I think they've already come to the UK. They're up north in Manchester Boots, I think. They have a small counter in Selfridges in London, but I think I know they are opening up in Boots all across London soon, so which is really exciting because their makeup is actually super nice and it's so affordable. Now I've concealed up into my eyes, I'm just going to take that Makeup Geek single eyeshadow in Bitten again, and I'm just going to be using my flat 234 brush by Zoeva, and I'm simply just going to run that along my lash line where we put the eyeliner a minute ago, and just bringing it down slightly. And I think I'm just going to do that on the other side too. And then I'm just going to go back in with my 224 from Zoeva, and I'm simply just going to blend that all across the lash line at the end, just to get it slightly more smoked out at the bottom. And you can see, if you have green eyes, this is such a beauty. All these colours that I've used are so beautiful. It really kind of brings out the colour, and also it's so great for redheads. Then I'm just going to make myself super lashy just by using a Kiko Mascara. Then for my contour, I'm just going to be going in with my Rodial Compact Contouring Powder in 03, and I'm just going to be using my MAC 168, and I'm just going to slightly just go under my cheekbones like so. I'm not going to go for too much of a harsh contour today, just because my eyes are quite dramatic with the glitter. This is definitely like more of like a New Year's Eve look. Next, guys, I'm going to be going with my Defa Cosmetics blusher, and this is called Sea of Love, and I'm just going to take the same MAC brush that I just used for my contour, and I'm just going to run that on my cheekbones, the apples of my cheeks going up towards my cheekbones. So we just get a really nice flush of pink. Oh god, definitely put a bit too much on this side. Then today I'm going to be going in with my MAC Soft and Gentle highlighter, and I'm just going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight brush, which I believe is A23, and I'm just going to be running that along my cheekbones just to give a really nice highlight. And I'm also going to do it on the end of my nose and on my cupid's bow. Last but not least, I'm going to be moving on to my lips, and I'm going to be using the Marvellous Moxie Liberated Lip Liner by Marvellous. You can see it's quite a nude liner, and I'm going in with my Defa Cosmetics lip gloss. And guys, that's the end of my glitter eye tutorial. If you liked it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and do also subscribe below. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook under the name of makeup_by_Katy Jane, and also recently, guys, I'm on Snapchat under the name of makeup_by_KJ. They wouldn't let me write Katy Jane, so I just shortened it with KJ. But hopefully, guys, I will see you next week, and thanks so much for tuning in.